it switches the game. And that's what females are never ready for. They're never ready for men to flip things around, because they're gonna deal with a whole lot of simps. They're gonna deal with a whole lot of guys coming after her and wanting her. You guys can do the exact same thing, because take it like this: what she's doing to you, you can do it back, but she's not expecting you to do it back. So what do? Go ahead and do it back, right? Because it starts with a guard and then it goes ahead going into her mind. So now when you're dealing with her, you have to bring out the insecurities. You have to be able to trigger certain things that she hides away and runs away from. What is up, my BBossBaddies and my bad man fellas? It is your girl Bosana, and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about how to beat women in their own mind games. The last one I did, you guys really enjoyed it, and I personally enjoyed it because it's so interesting talking about it, and of course giving you guys this type of advice that I feel like really does work. So with this video, hopefully everything is going to actually help you guys out. I have some brand new stuff to talk about, of course, and yeah, so make sure you go ahead and check out everything that is on my screen. Make sure you check out my social media, every single thing, you guys. Give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already, and what are you waiting for? Make sure you are subscribed with that post notification on. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get started. So we start from 3, go down to 1. So that means what? You gotta watch until the end to get the number 1 thing. All right, so number 3 on my list is make her wait. First thing that I gotta start with is women make men wait all the time. Have you guys realized that? Like, literally, have you guys asked yourself that? How much do you have to wait for a woman telling you, oh, you know what, I'm gonna make you get the in 3 weeks, 3 months, right? A lot of girls out here will give you a time frame of when you can get the from them, and that means, oh, you're not getting no out of me, absolutely no sex from me, because I'm not with it. And a lot of these girls be lying to you and lying to themselves. They be telling you all these things, but it's not true, because if it's the right type of man, they don't have a time frame, time period where they have to wait to get it or for her to give it. There's no absolute time period. It's really just if he gets me at the right time, or if he knows what he's doing and we're in these certain specific situations or certain locations, certain things like that, which is not complicated at all. It's all basic things. That's when I'm gonna give it up to him. And sometimes it can just be her coming over. That's good enough for a lot of women. You coming over, oh, boom. That's good enough for me to say, I want to pursue you. Literally, for these females out here. So really, when you guys are trying to say that, you know what, I'm going to wait for you, you guys don't have to give that type of respect to females. Absolutely not. Because these females don't give it to you. These females only make specific certain guys wait to get this I don't want to say the whole thing because, you know, YouTube. These females out here will not let you get it, but let other men get it. To me, that's already disrespectful, because really all she's doing is looking at you and saying that you're not valued enough to get it this early. You're gonna maybe get it later on. You're gonna have to earn to get it, but right now you cannot get it from me. And that's disrespect, because it's really just saying, if a man worked hard, you know, and did all these things to improve themselves, and this girl is still feeling like she's the top notch and she's not gonna give it up, it's really just saying that she looks at you and feels like you ain't shit. Really that simple sometimes. So honestly, when it comes down to her waiting for you, it switches the game. And that's what females are never ready for. They're never ready for men to flip things around, because they're gonna deal with a whole lot of simps. They're gonna deal with a whole lot of guys coming after her and wanting her. That's just gonna be out there. Nobody can control it. So really, with these guys out here, don't be in that category of falling into the trap of making her be the one to make those rules of you're gonna get at this time, because like I said, she's gonna give it up if you know what you're doing. So make her wait. If it's gonna be days, if it's gonna be months, not really a year, but it should be a month period of time. So really what I would say, if I was a female dealing with you, I would say give me maybe a week or 2, right? Because it's not about a fella trying to tell me, oh, I don't want to give up my D. It's not about that, because women try to cherish their vagina so much when they really don't cherish it as much as they should, the way they should, in the right way. But at the end of the day, it's not for a man to say, oh, my D is this, and so I'm going to cherish it. It's really you just saying that you have to earn me. I'm tired of earning you females that are no good for me. Right? You females out here are making these guys go crazy and do the most for absolutely nothing a lot of the times, or, you know, just a slim bit. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even give you guys the full. They don't even give you guys the half. You guys sometimes don't even get the quarter. You guys get like 5%. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really bad out here for fellas. And so you guys make it easier for yourself and make her wait. And I feel like a lot of fellas never took that in because they feel like, oh, okay, you know what? If a girl's telling me I should wait for her, I'm going to wait for it. You guys can do the exact same thing, because take it like this. What she's doing to you, you can do it back, but she's not expecting you to do it back. So what do? Go ahead and do it back. Right. Hey, you guys are getting it. You guys are getting my momentum. You guys are feeling this right now. You get it? You get it? So really, to wrap this up, make her wait. Like I said, it doesn't really matter the time period. Don't make it too long. Don't make it too short. But it's really just to deliver that message of, you're not just going to get me, and I'm not just going to be on your time. These females want you to do things on their time when they want it. Instead, you're going to flip the role and make it to be your time and when you want it and how you want it. Let's do it that way this time. And you'll see how many of these females will crack and crack into your trap. Not crack backwards, but crack into your trap, because they actually will see that, okay, you know what, you're different. Or you're doing something different than these most guys that I deal with that are simping or doing things that men should not be doing out here for females that are modern. Number 2 on my list is get close, but not too close enough without the go. Now, I want you guys to take this in. When I say get close, I say in a sense of physical trait, back to a physical trait. And also, let me just say this real quick. Make her wait is also physical trait, if you guys get a little confused, because making her wait is really making her wait to get this good ass D. Just because you pipe a girl down and you do have good ass D, it doesn't mean she's always gonna stick around. It doesn't mean a girl's always gonna get D whipped. Like, if you guys ever heard that term, like, it doesn't mean she's gonna get that. So really make her wait, and then it's almost building up the suspense, almost building up this climax. It gets to that point where, ooh, this is what I waited for, and it was worth the wait, right? And that's what you guys have to do to yourself, because it's gonna bring value to yourself. So back to number 2, when I say get close, but don't get too close, wait for the go. First half of that part that I just said, you have to talk to her, get to know her. Don't seem so invested. What things that fellas really go through when they're talking to females, like, oh my gosh, I love her so much, or oh my gosh, I need her so much, or she's everything that I need in my life, all these things. So when you guys get caught up with that, what happens for you guys? You guys are going to be thinking differently. Oh, you know what? I don't want her to hurt. I don't want her to think too much. I don't want her to think that I'm going to be dealing with other women. But that's not your job to do. These females have to earn the whole idea of knowing that you are going to be that mature one, the secured one, the loving one, the one that's going to be there. They have to earn that. You guys just provide it instantly without nothing given. So fellas, please, when you're dealing with these females, absolutely make sure that she's going to be waiting. Absolutely make sure that she's going to be over here saying, like, you know what, give me something. And then when you go ahead and go with this number 2 and get her close but not close enough, when you get close but not close enough, the whole idea is to try to be around her, but don't force nothing on her. When you get close, it's like, I'm going to be on the same couch as you, or I'm going to be on the same bed as you, but I'm not going to be reaching over trying to pursue you, not yet at least. And that's what the last part is about, with the whole without the green light, without the go, without her saying that, you know what, I'm ready. And it's not literally. Most times women will not tell you literally, oh, I'm ready. It's going to be, oh, or it's going to be the biting of the lips, you know, or it's going to be the eye contact, the way she looks at you. It might just be like she's looking deep at you. She's ready for you. She's ready for the actions, right? And this is going to lead into the last thing that I'm going to talk about. This is going to lead to the last thing that I'm going to talk about. This is going to lead to the last thing that I'm going to talk about. But lastly, I'll say about this point is that when you guys are trying to get in her mind, you have to understand, letting her literally wait and absorb all these feelings, letting her wait and absorb all these feelings of, oh my gosh, what if, or does he really want me, is gonna allow you to get in there sooner than later, for sure. And it's gonna make her feel insecure. It's gonna bring out certain things that she'll never dare to bring out. She was dealing with a simp that didn't know what he was doing, or just like, even if you're a simp, there is times where, you know, like, simps can be called a simp even though they do know what they're doing. But at the end of the day, that's a whole nother topic. I'm not going to get into that because I have a lot to say about that. But as I was saying, really what this point is that if you're dealing with women nowadays, please fellas understand women are not difficult to deal with. You just have to know what you're doing. If you're sitting on the couch with her or sitting on the bed with her and she's giving you this off vibe, she's giving you I'm not feeling you, get out of there. You know, distance yourself, leave. Because it's really just a hint. It's really the vibe. It's really the energy. If you want to push and force and say, no, I'm not thinking that's how she's feeling. She's probably feeling other ways. You're only doing that to yourself because she's giving you the hint. And one thing you guys can learn, and if you haven't already learned from my other videos, which I mentioned, is that women will give you that literally like the details or the little bits at least that you need for you to know. Women will literally give you that idea of what you need to know of how she's not feeling you, how she's not into this. If she's distancing, if she's over there on the corner, if she's over there being distant, if she's showing you that she's not interested, take it as what it is, because that is exactly what it is. Okay, fellas? So really, to wrap that up, just to let you guys know, a woman will be committed maybe later on or forward, or submit later on or forward. There's no time period all the time. So really, if you guys are having these type of expectations of, oh, I want her to want me now, I want her to give up the right now, don't do that to yourself, because you're going to put a time period. All you're supposed to do is put a time period on her and then let things play out. Okay, so that's really it for this point. Get close to her, but don't go ahead and force it. Okay, fellas? You have to break certain walls. A lot of these girls build up guards and they build up these types of walls where it's going to protect her. Certain things that you say, it's going to bounce off of that wall that she's built up because of the simple fact that she's put that up for a certain guard to protect herself, right? So for you guys, if you're trying to get in her head, you have to break down those walls and then get into her head, because it starts with the guard and then it goes ahead going into her mind. So now when you're dealing with her, you have to bring out the insecurities. You have to be able to trigger certain things that she hides away and runs away from, which is really truth, but she really acts like it's not. Okay, so for you guys, with this last point, if you guys have an idea, go ahead and comment it down below. Go ahead, do that. But for this last point, I'm giving you guys a second. Okay, let me fix my camera a little bit. Okay, so for this last point, what I have to say is telling her the types of women that you are into and not referring back to her the physical traits. Make sure that you are not gassing her. Don't validate her, right? So we already know this, or you guys should know this. Don't do all the I like you, I want you, all these types of things with these females. So what you end up doing is telling her into types of girls that are natural, right? If you're dealing with a girl that's big booty, fake all these BBLs, whatever, you say it to her like, you look good, but I like my girls natural, but you know what? You look good. And here's the thing, you guys might say, oh, it's validating still, all these things, but look, you just brought an insecurity out because she knows truthfully my body's not real and he wants a real ass girl. If she took the time to sit with you, talk to you, get to know you, it's enough for you to say certain things that's still gonna trigger her. Even if she's not all into you, it's still gonna trigger her. And that's where a lot of girls will start respecting you more, because they'll feel like, okay, he's not speaking because, oh, I'm the baddest girl he ever been around. I'm this type of fine type of girl that he's ever been around. They don't put respect on their name because they understand that you're not acting towards how she appears. You're acting towards how you really feel. So for you, if you stay true to yourself and you say the exact type of girls and it might not refer back to her, it will hurt her a little bit. But it hurts her in a good way, in a sense of she needs a reality check. Not saying, oh, she needs to go change certain things, but I'm saying she has to understand that, yes, you might be beautiful, or maybe you do have a nice body, but at the end of the day, you have to humble yourself and respect yourself in the sense of like, don't think that you went and got a BBL. Don't think that you went and got a makeover and a nice looking weave or a nice looking long real hair, whatever it is that you went. Don't think that's going to control what you get from men and you're going to abuse it. And so it humbles her so she doesn't feel like she can keep taking advantage of this man, that man, all these types of men. And that's what you have to do to these females. You have to trigger those spots that they don't want to be triggered by. You have to get to her mind where she doesn't want you to touch. You have to feel her physically with that touch. All these things will help you with this female nature that you're dealing with. At the end of the day, remember, when you're dealing with women, it's not that difficult. But if you get caught up and if you make it difficult, it's gonna backfire for you, okay? So I really hope this video helped you guys out. And if it did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you follow me on my social media. Make sure you check out everything on my screen. You guys see me in my next video. Bye, guys.